Right at the beginning of episode 28, here we are of the Aaron and Austin show. Aaron has promised us a new version of the intro song.
I think it's going to happen, yeah.
Before, I'm going to give you, since we're doing it, we're blasting you on the episode 28 today. So by episode 30, new intro music.
I can't let my boy fry alone.
Is this a bet? Is this like a if you don't do it, then
nothing will happen? This is false anything, but we're just putting your feet to the fire anyway. just like you got to talk things into existence. Just like Pat's playing at MuseFest with Lively Up.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You just talk that shit into existence and shit happens.
No, I didn't even. I was on my couch and that thing called me like that.
See, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to be on your couch. And we're going to hear a whole new Aaron and Austin show
I ain't going to have it on the couch. It'll probably happen
right here in the studio. And hey, while we're talking about the studio's here. We've had a few people hit me up, and we'll get with those people for meetings. But we're willing to film podcasts for you guys and produce them, edit them, and put them out for you. We've got a bunch of different spaces, so it's not going to look like the same cut and dry our podcast. So we can definitely do some things here
we'll help
in the
you
cafe.
With all the production,
we'll help you facilitate your social media needs and show you how to get that going and film it for you, cut it. We have great production guys, Owen.
So if you have a terrible idea and a lot of money,
come on. Like if you got some shit to say and you're halfway interesting, get with us and we'll help you make that shit work. We'd also definitely like to get into some more festivals. So if you guys know anybody that's putting on a festival soon, I know that Justin Brown is going to let us set up at Tornado Bait. Yes, nice. Yes, Tornado Bait.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. He said we could do some live podcasting at Tornado Bait at the Shamrock. So that'll be a fucking blast. So if anybody else has got something going on like that around town, we would love to be involved.
Or if you have a really cool house party or wedding.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like
we will pimp out the podcast for dollar bills anytime is what we're saying. That's definitely what we're saying. So definitely get out for that. We got a graphic coming for you real soon. So, but if you're wanting to sponsor that graphic, we've got some sponsors in the mix for that graphic too as well. Get with us, and we'll get you out there on our platform to help you out. And don't forget about MuseFest coming up on Sunday, October 23rd.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fucking blast. That's going to be a fucking blast. And here's the graphic. Spin that shit.
All right, and we're back from the graphic. That basically shows us all of our weekend shows.
Yeah, we've been.
You guys should go see.
So we got Hourglass with us today.
Yeah.
So we were using the graphic to kind of. Are you still getting all that shit from Amped, or where are you getting that information from? Are they still kind of fucking doing that? So he's got some sources.
He's got his own sources. He's got his sources. Look at him.
Look, he's got.
I got my people.
Why he chews on fucking. Why he's mainlining dum-dums over there. All right, so introduce you guys yourself. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? I'm Kyle. I play bass.
Yeah.
I'm Adam. I do vocals.
I'm Niles. I play drums.
And introduce the.
He tries.
Shots fired. I'm sorry.
I want my song.
He had that loaded.
Oh yeah.
Like that was like he had that cocked and loaded.
Bass players and drummers, there's a special relationship.
Can you explain to me the basis?
Dick's touching.
And I want to see if you guys. I want to see if you co-sign on this. That bassists and keyboardists have a really special, fun relationship.
No, fuck keyboard players.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say, like,
as a bass player, fuck keyboard players.
No, they asked, like, do we want a keyboard player in a band? I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, why would I do that to anybody? Like,
that's just that's just extra baggage.
I didn't even know that it applied to your band. You guys tried to bring in a keyboardist.
So I had a keyboard player in a band, man. We did cover tunes and whatever. Okay, but. I would fuck with this guy constantly because he could not stop self-accompanying. You know what I mean? Like, there's guitar players.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So if you're a solo guy, you try to put out the best accompaniment you can to your own shit. So if you're a keyboard player, for example, you play your bass part with this hand, and then you elaborate over here, and you have these great melodies that you play on top.
I feel like you've played some keyboard.
And if and if you're in a full band, you can take that left hand and fucking sit on it. Because you have a bass player over here that's doing their job better than you are. and you need to just
better. So you're saying
set
that
it
the
down.
bass is a better instrument than the keyboard? Is that what I mean?
100%.
100%. Yeah.
100%.
So no keyboarders in here to defend themselves.
Well, I'll give
If you're solo, go ahead with yourself, but go ahead with it. But
it's harder to play and be good at. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Keyboard's harder to play and be good at than bass is. Now,
You heard it.
yeah. So
he's not wrong.
But like you said, fuck off with your goddamn left hand bullshit.
Yeah.
'Cause
Now you're walking on a thing, and now we're just too
Yeah.
damn.
Like the bass
in that
is
low
taking
end.
up the low end. You don't need to be in.
So
the
why
low end.
you guys can't play it together? Is it not like there's no symmetry?
There'd be no way to do that.
No.
How,
We just-
I mean,
just-
to a dum-dum,
It wouldn't actually work.
Just put what you
I'm
need
going
on
to
a
assume
backing
you guys know
track.
better than me because I have no fucking idea. But
Put what you need on a backing track and don't pay an extra guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
you
gotta
go.
say, I appreciate the keyboardists that can maintain a really solid headbang.
Oh yeah, as
those
they're
are the
playing,
best guys.
As they're playing,
Because
their two
your
notes
hands
and
are
their
taken.
Cradle of
I was,
Filth.
the only thing
I
you
was
have.
gonna say, like, I think any
Yeah.
band I've seen, like, back when like keyboards and synths were like really popular in the genre of music that we play. Literally, it's just.
Yep.
And maybe you might turn some knobs too, and maybe press a button up here. But
so I feel like keyboardists are really underrepresented in this.
Their other job is to press
I mean,
the
if
space
you
bar
play
for the
piano
drummer.
and shit,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Same, right?
You know.
Or no?
No.
So
No,
all
it's
right.
keyboard's not the
So I opened up for ZZ Top on 2 separate occasions,
That's rad.
Dude,
and
that's rad.
every one of those guys has their own tech behind them, right?
Okay.
So like Frank Beard is playing drums, and he's got a guy off to the side that chooses his drum sounds for the song.
Okay.
Because they're triggered drums, and
Right.
it's cool, right? And so Billy has Elwood, who is now the bass player, but Elwood used to hit all the pedals for Billy and run all of the guitar sounds through, and Dusty was a bass player, right? He didn't really need a tech, but he had one, and that guy ran all the sequencing for like Sleeping Bags or She's Got Legs. There's a lot of sequencing behind there. There's electronic shit bouncing through there. And he was also the guy that on Cheap Sunglasses goes ba-ba-da-da-ba-da on a keyboard, and that was sitting over here, and it was like 2-octave range.
Killing it on that keyboard. Over there.
That was his only line.
And it's a cool fucking
In the whole
part.
show.
It's a cool fucking part. You made it work.
Yeah.
I think that's how the guy from Seinfeld made his millions on the opening part. Where
Oh, and the show was
that
good.
literally, like, he went to work that one day and just did his job and made a paycheck and got the fuck out.
But that was a keyboard player.
I know
That was not a bass
keyboard,
player.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
bass.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, he went just like, okay,
All right.
paycheck.
All right. So
So
he
I've
brought in
opened
the
a
keyboard,
really
made it
sore
sound like a
wound
bass.
Between bass players
And now,
keyboard players.
now,
It's like almost the upside down that we can't get away from.
I don't want to get away from this.
I don't
We
either.
can spin
I'm loving
this
it.
time.
I'm loving it. We're taking keyboarders to the woodshed.
Oh, shit.
Hey, if you're a badass keyboard player, I love you, but you have to know the difference, man. You just can't be coming in there self-accompanying yourself
Yeah.
and try to be part of a band.
Only the bass players.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Heard about it. How you guys feeling about it?
They're like, I never knew that existed, man.
Exactly. Me too.
Keyboards, I can take it or leave it.
I mean,
I think it's a cool. I like the piano and the keyboard. I think it's a cool instrument.
How much justice does it really do for whatever you're working on?
I just knew it was a sore
I mean,
spot.
if you don't have a hit, like, I mean,
Just hit a
it's
button.
like having
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah,
I knew it just hit a button.
our laptop does that entire job.
Yeah, right.
Fuck it.
I
Yeah.
can respect
fine.
the entire art of knowing keyboard and a string instrument such as the guitar, because I mean, if you really think about it, it's all there.
They're the same
Either
thing, same
which way you
88
look at it,
notes.
it's just how you perceive it. Because with guitar, you're having to picture where you're jumping to, whereas with keyboard, it's a little more straightforward, just right there in a row.
Well, all your theories right there, all your notes are
Right.
right there and know where they at, and you got like 4 octaves. Like,
if you
Keyboards are great
learn
'cause
one,
you
you
can
can
like
very
see it without turning your head.
I don't
to
know
the
any of
side.
that shit.
you can very much.
Jonathan was back there.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's back there. Yeah.
Well, usually, I had him turned
Well,
on.
yeah.
Well, I had him turned on the mic. Usually, the guests jump out of their fucking skin.
Yeah.
Mm.
You get the like, yes, God.
The man behind the curtain.
Right.
So, like, how did this all come together? How long has this been? Hourglass been a thing? And also, did we mention the other 2 members of your band that were not here?
Oh, no.
Dan and Nate. Yeah.
Dan and
Dan he works all day and he gets home from work and he just checks out. Nate, he works at Subway with Mr. Baller. So it's,
he's being a sandwich artist,
being
making
the
some
footlong guy.
masterpieces.
Well, who doesn't love Matt? Matt was what episode? John?
Matt
What
Ballard?
episode? Yeah, what was Matt's show? Episode like 6, 5, 6, something?
I know he was earlier.
Yeah, he really came on. Well, we saw him here and we were like,
Episode
hey, man,
6, Talking Dogs.
yeah, episode 6, we were like, hey, Matt, like I've always seen Matt. I've seen him. I've known him for a long time, and you guys are obviously the same.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, they were walking around here. I was like, dude, hey, like, would you want to do our show? He was in instantly, so I was totally into it. And we
Matt's
had
a good guy.
a random ass fucking banjo player on that episode.
That's cool.
That's lit.
We did.
Anthony
We had like some like hobo banjo player.
It was Anthony Long from
Anthony
like somewhere in Georgia. Yeah. I remember him. He was awesome.
But yeah, if you haven't seen that episode, go back and check out Matt. His what is his ICT Live?
ICT Live.
ICT Live. So like, if you like and subscribe to our shit, like and subscribe to
So,
Matt's shit.
so,
He's
so,
awesome.
so this is a thing that's been coming up a lot lately. Okay, so since the Elbow Room kind of passed over,
Yeah.
it's reopened now.
Yeah.
Barcode, Irish Odell's kind of reopened it. I haven't been there yet, but we should.
Well, I haven't
we
even
should
been to
go.
Malachi's out there at
Mordecai's.
There it is.
Bad with names, this guy. So,
That's why you're here. So don't fuck it up.
Oh wait.
but
It's the
I
the
feel-
Malachi's?
it's definitely the Malachi's. Yeah.
The Barcode.
But ever
Oh,
since
fuck
Elbow
off.
Room
Fuck
died,
off, fuck.
I feel like there's a void for some metal bands, man. Like we started really creating a scene with Elbow Room, and Elbow Room's gone. Where are we all going?
It was definitely a home for a lot of bands. It
what
definitely
I
came
mean.
home for us real fast. I think our first 2 times playing there, we were just about it.
Yeah.
We loved what Kenny was doing. We were about it. Like it was a place where we could just go and fuck shit up.
Right.
There was almost an accidental death at one of our sets.
Yeah,
That was cool.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Elaborate.
that
You don't
makes
get it. No, you don't get to just say like.
So
you don't have to
That's
like.
not
Come
Come on.
issues anymore.
No,
Yeah,
it's
are we
fine.
out?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
He's
sorry,
fine.
I'm not gonna.
Walk away.
As a host, I'm not gonna let you just skate on that.
So here's what happened.
What happened was
We got a fucking hour here, bro. Let me hear it.
I used to do this thing before our song Tyrant, and I would tell everybody that they need to invade our personal space. So we'd just get everybody in the crowd, as many as we could, up on that stage with us. And they would.
sounds awful.
Yeah, it was hell.
So
Every
you
single time.
regretted that almost instantly.
Oh, every
So
single
you
time
jumped
I
in
did
the
it.
bear cave.
Oh no, absolutely not. Oh no, I'll admit, we had people like the guys from the old band Moreland. They would just like jump on stage and like hump our legs and shit. That was tight. But yeah, like one night
I've had worse dates.
at Elbow. This kid jumped up. He was a little intoxicated. Some moshing broke out on the stage. He
That's not good.
went down, and his head stopped about 3 inches before the ground because like 3 or 4 people like grabbed him. So we got really lucky that night that dude did not. Yeah, it would have been a bad fall. So after that, I stopped.
So yeah, let's
stopped
keep the.
doing that.
Let's say you guys stay in the fucking crowd and
Yeah.
we'll stay on the stage.
Yeah, I mean that was. Probably
I love the
Well,
idea.
stay on the stage doesn't happen for
No,
us.
we don't believe in that. We
No,
believe
we
like,
get out there and we
Well,
fuck
you
shit
guys
up.
can get in the crowd, not
Yeah.
vice versa.
No, yeah.
Let's
stay-
stick to that.
No,
There you
like
go. There you go.
it was
If
always
you break
responsible.
the wall,
But you can't. Let's not encourage the crowd to get on stage.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
At
a
all.
big pet peeve
We
of
very
mine as a
much
sound
have to keep
guy.
the performance
Lesson learned.
four-dimensional.
Yeah.
Lesson
Yes.
If it's not
Let's
your
all
stage
agree
perform,
that
don't be
if
up there.
you are ever in an Hourglass show,
Or any show.
do not get the fuck on the stage.
Yeah.
If you're performing, you're on the
Even
stage.
when
you know?
asked, they're
Don't get
drunk
on
and they're
stage.
making bad decisions.
I don't know.
Come on.
Like if I
you want my
go
big ass up there?
if I
You
go to
don't.
security like that one right there,
Okay, so that's different.
that one, yeah,
You
That's-
did the
yeah,
artist
and that one
raised
too,
on the stage,
and that
that's
one's just
different.
like
See, that's a whole different.
Don't get on the stage
See,
of your own volition.
we've marooned into a whole different area.
Like you
I
need
feel
to
like
be
those
But when
bass
you
players
just
are understanding.
you
the
need to be like a
conversation.
Rob Zombie show and have strippers.
I
on
know you
stage.
guys are and these guys are a pretty heavy band that's getting the crowd involved in your shows is part of it. But inviting them on the stage is well,
it's problematic.
hard pass on
Yeah.
that.
We have at any given time $5,000 worth of gear just sitting around.
That's
right?
what my thing is.
You
Like
know
you
what
got
I mean?
all your shit there.
And you have a bunch of like 20 somethings that don't know what that gear is even,
Yeah.
or what it's
It's-
worth, or don't appreciate it.
It was fun. The what 3 times we did it. I think.
Yeah, well, after, I think third time. I think
The third time.
All right,
we
let's
got-
say fuck it. Let's go the other way. Every Hourglass show, get on the stage.
Get on the stage, be a part of a thing.
Be a
guys.
part. Hourglass
Yeah,
is totally in
You
to
are.
everyone getting on the stage, even at the first. Like if you know the lyric, grab the mic.
Likely to get the shit kicked out of you if you do it.
And that makes for a good show. So I'm just gonna stick with
Where
what
like
we're-
people have thought that's like a thing.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no,
So
there was.
bad.
Let me hear. What happened? What happened?
So one of the most recent instances, I believe Kyle here had his hair pulled on by some guy that was
Yeah.
kind of like just
He was
he was going around pissing people off
wasted.
before the
He
show.
was one of those dudes.
Yeah.
He was being that guy.
Yeah.
You kind of knew something was gonna happen. Before
If you
it
got any
happened.
sense, you kind of see those guys coming. If you
Yeah.
have any sense of a room,
So-
I always see those guys. I'm like, hey, this guy. You see him, right?
He ran up.
So what happened?
Like grabbed my hair, started like pulling me down. I just shoved him off of me, kept playing in security. Fastest I've ever seen a security guard move in my entire life.
Oh yeah, he was on it.
He was on
Well,
it.
what
man.
venue are we at here?
Oddfellow Hall.
He's a big
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Where's that? Where's that? Where's that?
It's
Oddfellow Hall?
Delano
I don't
District.
know everything.
Man, I love you.
Like
brother.
by that
We're gonna have to
McDonald's.
It's
Yeah.
kind of
You go everywhere,
So
man?
do you know? So do
We'll
you know
go
where
somewhere.
you know where that subway is right there on Douglas?
Part of this
Douglas
is-
and Seneca.
Douglas and Seneca.
go. You know
It's that building. It's that big building that's like right next to Subway on the.
Leslie Coffee is downstairs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little banquet hall that's above that building.
So the Oddfellows are a super like crazy group in and of themselves. In the 1920s, they were like the fraternal order, like Rotary or Kiwanis or anything like that. They were the Oddfellows. And there's a rumor that there's a body buried in the walls of every lodge.
Oh,
So we
that
got
place
lots-
is fucking
and-
haunted.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, dude, right?
Technically,
Oh, yeah.
hall is still technically a lodge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it has
So when
the
you check
original
on the
like
walls
tile
and
here.
then-
It hasn't been touched since the
Is that what you
20s.
are?
Yeah, right. I mean,
It's
what's
been
it
really
take?
cool. And William Cody Lonergan has opened that back up. And Jimmy Vo
Who?
does
Say
a lot
that
of
again.
food.
Say that again.
Cody Lonergan.
No, the first guy, William Cody Rogland.
William Cody Lonergan.
Yeah, he goes by
Yeah.
William or Cody,
this
whatever.
is-
I know.
I feel like give him his full
Cody
air.
is how I
Give him his full air.
Oh, yeah.
I tried it. Yeah.
Well, that's why I thought you do it again because
It feels like you should put Esquire.
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 Well, you might as well have an
Yeah.
Esquire at the end of his name. The dude runs multiple businesses. He's
Right.
he's a
He's a pro. I
He's a
love
pro.
this
He
guy,
does,
man.
like,
Yeah, and he does
he's a
great.
mixologist. He's
great
he's
things.
bartending. For a while. I think I first
Have
met
I
him
met this
whenever
guy?
he was just doing like bartending as a side hustle.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty cool dude.
Well, have I met him?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
You might
Not
you-
with me, anyway.
No, you might have, but just like in passing because he's kind of in and out of like a lot of.
Maybe we
places
have him
here.
on the show. Is
Yeah,
he worth?
he's
Is he show?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he?
definitely worth a show.
Yeah.
He's
He's
definitely
definitely
worth
worth a
yeah,
show.
You guys co-sign that?
And-
I can't trust this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Can't trust your
I,
co-host.
I can't trust my own co-host. Then what the fuck am I doing?
Dude, have him make you a
Joke.
cocktail.
I needed
It'll be
that
the
joke
best
thing.
idea
No,
you've ever had.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's
best cocktails
he's great.
ever.
He
Yeah.
used to manage Peerless before a lot of crazy shit went down.
Well, I mean, I
And,
don't even go there now because like you told me. Or was that James?
I didn't tell you.
Oh, it was
Allegedly.
James.
Allegedly.
Oh, it was
allegedly.
James. James told me. I was like, fuck that
Allegedly.
place.
Who? Voldemort?
But yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool, dude. He's solid, dude. Solid.
Yeah,
dude.
but Jimmy Vo goes up there and cooks a lot of good food.
Oh, well,
they're
I know
really
that is.
about like high end cocktails and high end food.
Oh,
I
They
love
got a
those
badass
things that are
kitchen
cheap.
and a
Can we
badass
get those
bar.
things in a cheap, the cheap version?
Nah, dude, green room
Nah,
there.
dude, you don't get that
Tight.
shit cheap.
Yeah, the green room.
You got well. I can get a great. I can get just as good a cocktail at other places for $4, and you charge me $100 at others. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Yeah.
here we are. But I ain't gonna lie, Hourglass is the first
Oh, to bring
guest
merch.
to bring merch for the show. We got a hat
bless
and a
them.
shirt for Aaron.
Was that for me?
That's you. That's for you. They brought it for you.
Oh, good. And
Yeah,
And
show
it
in the
says-
back. Yeah.
it says "Step up, motherfucker."
Yes.
This, I feel like this is also a challenge to all the rest of the guests.
I
in the
feel like
Aaron Austin challenge.
that's a motto.
Bring a sticker. These guys were ready.
And-
I mean, Kyle even had you dropped us even some graphics and some stuff to add to the show.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
What did you send over?
So you guys got the artwork that is for our new single,
Boom!
Nice hand of God.
Hand of God.
Look at that.
Um,
That and way to be a podcast show guest. Ready with his new single artwork and everything for
Yeah,
us.
man.
That very
And
make
then
thank
they
you.
have you guys got the single, so you guys can everyone can hear it here for the first time. Official release date is
Oh, is
not
that what-
till October 28th.
Told you. Told you there's a little surprise in here. I didn't tell him.
So,
I didn't tell him.
What this episode airs
Next
October
week, next
20th.
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
4:20 a.m.
So full
These
week
guys will
early.
make it happen. We always release at 4:20 a.m. on Thursdays.
There's no real reason for it.
No,
It's just
Just
it just
email.
seems
It's an
like
algorithm.
not at
thing.
all, officers.
yeah.
Wait.
I mean, everyone's gonna hear it here for the first time.
Yeah.
So
We're pretty
Yeah,
excited.
so it'll be attached to this podcast. We got the artwork for the single and the whole entire track.
that
Correct?
artwork is also going to be a T-shirt and a sticker.
Look at that
And we're
shit.
gonna jam the
Nice.
fuck out of that.
Look at that shit.
We're gonna jam the fuck out of that track after this podcast. So
Yeah.
suck lemons, we get to hear it first.
You guys have a show coming up here at Muse, actually.
yeah,
We do November 12th.
November 12th.
Yeah, it's us headlining that one. So that'll be sick. That's for the ICT Live 3-year anniversary. We're doing
Yeah,
it.
baby.
There you go.
It's going to be a 2-night show. So they're doing the first night at Barleycorns with, who's all on that show? Externus, Galdrar.
And if you got to look up your phone,
Um,
dude, it's not like you don't. If you want to pimp those shows, you can definitely look them up.
Reform and Ruin.
I don't know.
That you're fucking coming up with that. That you're coming up with that. And guys, feel free to like
Oh, yeah. Pull that up real quick.
pull it up. Yeah, like it's not that fucking formal.
Because, Matt
We
and
want
I-
to make sure we give everybody the credit. Who's running the show? Is it Matt's?
It's so Matt and I are running it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's our first collaboration.
Nice,
It's
nice.
Externus, Reform and Ruin, Galderar, and Love Like War, and then
Oh, I love
Is-
Love
and
Like
that's
War.
at Barleycorns?
That one's at
And
Barleycorns.
the date on that.
the date is November 11th.
So November 11th at Barleycorns is the first night of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
show starts at 9. It's a $10 cover. Of
And-
course, it's Barleycorn, so you gotta be 21 to fucking enter.
The whole entire set line again. Give them the whole
We
entire set.
got Externus.
Bam.
Love my boys. Reform and Ruin. Love those guys too.
Bam. Another one.
Galderar. I actually kind of want to see them some kind of stuff on those guys.
Tracy's the homie.
Yeah, and Love Like War. Solid
Yeah,
dudes.
we-
And that's the first
Solid.
night at Barleycorns.
Yeah.
And then second night it's us, the homeboys from Dodge City, Villain to You, Locals Fly Over, and then the guys from Winfield, Final Thoughts.
So that'd be the 12th.
That'll be the 12th.
That's
yeah.
the next, and that's here.
That's here.
That's here.
Obviously,
Let's-
all
hey,
ages. I'm
let's-
pretty sure there's a ticket link.
And what are we doing?
Well,
$10 on that show too.
yeah.
Sure.
$10
The one here
$10
that will be.
yeah.
will be-
Or-
Yeah, set it.
Pre-sales and at the door $10. Same
And
same
it's all
thing.
ages.
I believe so, yeah.
So, bring your kids.
So yeah, if you
Yeah,
can't make
man.
the Barleycorns night,
Hell
the,
yeah.
the second night's all ages. Come on,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Bring the
here.
kids.
Bring the fucking kids out.
Bring the kids. Throw them in the pit. Tough them
Yeah,
up.
fucking push a weak one in. Maybe your kid might not have asthma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're-
Little shit's faking it.
we're talking about releasing hourglass onesies and shit.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Kids, yeah.
Why not? Like if they'll buy the shit, you'll make the merch, right?
Oh yeah. For
I
sure.
mean, these guys are in.
They got like
look
pads
at
and armor.
look at the hourglass hat, dude. I'm loving it. We're loving
Yeah,
it.
I don't know where that logo came
Yeah,
from.
I don't-
though. That's
I mean,
really
honestly, I feel
smart.
like this is the
It
first.
just came to me one day.
It came to me one day
Heavy
too.
on-
Yeah.
heavy on
It was
the-
like,
heavy
boom,
on
there it
the-
is.
There
all
it
over
is,
my
all
face.
over my
like,
face.
just-
Yeah.
yeah, just.
And I wanted it to be
Yeah.
on everyone else's heads as well.
Yeah, me.
So,
So
you know,
when a great idea comes to you, you spread it to everyone.
Yeah, for
you know
sure,
what I
yeah.
mean. You get
Come
it to the
together.
masses. To the
Right.
masses.
Right now.
like right now.
Right now.
Overly.
Well, I mean, this isn't. I mean, they did it. They were like, "Can we cuss on this?" Well, it is an explicit podcast, but not that. We haven't went that far.
Oh, we haven't gone that far?
no.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Edit.
All right. So, final thoughts, though. I really dig Final Thoughts. They're out of my hometown,
I
Winfield.
love them.
Yeah.
never heard of them. Tell me.
Give me a soundtrack
Badass.
last Saturday.
Badass.
Like, their
They-
drummer was an ex-MMA fighter.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Tim looks like he could fucking roll me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He will smoke us
Legit.
all.
So we're not fucking with that guy.
Don't fuck with that guy.
So that guy's cool.
When you
We
talk
love
to
you.
him, be like, you guys were great.
Then
Yeah, you guys.
their
Just-
guitar player and bass player, they both do vocals. They're brothers, Spencer and Tavner. Those guys are cool as shit. Spencer dresses like a Final Fantasy character a lot of the time at their shows, which I love.
Does he like rotate? I know Final Fantasy characters pretty well. Does he like rotate?
I don't
Is he
think
in-
it's a specific character. I think he just like
the
it's just the
universe,
style.
hair.
the universe
Like,
kind of.
yeah. Sometimes his hair will be like fun colors, like bright blue.
Sorry, John. I gotta wipe. I got a little whiskey on this thing.
That's all right. That one's
Allegedly.
I mean,
They do a lot of Avenged Sevenfold covers, which I love.
man, I had a
Good
weird
guys,
thing with
yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold. I bought tickets to them and a bullet for my Valentine's show like 3 or 4 times,
I'm sorry.
and like I kept having, I kept missing them both, and like I kept having to do. I had to plow for the city, so I'd have to do snow removal. So I would miss concerts during the winter for this, and it happened like 3 or 4 times for like random shows.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, it did suck. I'm glad I don't do that shit anymore. So anyway, so let's get more into Hourglass. So how did this thing become a thing? How long have we been a thing? Like, let's hear your
Matt
story.
really loves having you guys, man.
We've been
You
a
guys.
band for
Since late 2019.
Yeah, like-
end of
So we're 3
2019.
years in-ish?
yeah
About three-ish years.
Who's the brainchild behind this? Who's one driving this train?
It was kind of me and Kyle had been in bands together for
Yeah.
a while. We had been through a bunch of field projects. We kind of had a falling out, and then I messaged him one day and I was like, "Hey, so like, are you still trying to do the music thing?"
He dropped that hot DM.
And then I
He slid in.
And then I was like,
He was like, "Hey, bro,
Yeah, then,
like,
I found a drummer and
Hey.
a potential guitarist, and then after a while, that potential guitarist kind of just fell out. Then it was just us and the
Yeah, he
drummer.
wasn't like into it.
Yeah, and
So,
then
like-
Kyle was doing all the guitar parts, and we had
Yeah.
just the three of us. And then
I hate playing guitar, so I switched to bass.
yeah, and then
So
why? Can you elaborate on why?
As
Do you play guitar at all?
it's
shittily?
like so bass was my first instrument like ever. Like I started off like doing
So why do
vocals.
bassists and guitars have like this weird thing? Is it? It
It's-
seems
I don't think
like
it's a
such a
weird
similar
thing.
instrument to us dum dums.
Well, I mean, bass just two less strings and they're fatter.
There's 6-string basses.
Bass, dude. I can play
Yeah,
one
fuck
note
that.
at a time.
Yeah.
And kill it.
Yeah, I can be
You know,
really
like
fucked
guitar
up
players-
and just slay.
Yeah. All
like,
right.
put it in layman's terms, like, why is it like such a thing?
All right.
It
This is
doesn't
what I'm
matter
going to
that
say.
they're the same notes. They're still different instruments.
There's a
You can
fucking
still-
guitar player
It's a
if I've
different
ever heard
groove
one.
on a
It's
bass. man.
it's a
Still has a
different.
mic.
It's
Different
a.
groove.
All right. Well,
It's
Maybe
a, it's
not
a
next
different
episode.
it's a different dynamic range. So like there's a harmonious relationship. Like in any music, if there's like the bass and the guitar, you might not notice the bass, but if it's missing, you'll definitely
hear it,
notice.
Oh yeah.
So I have to say it like this, man. I think that bass and guitar, or bass and drums, you know what I mean? Like bass glues the guitar to the drums a little bit, right? Like I think that's our job, is we're the middleman there. But bass and drums,
we always have to be
bass
on.
and drums, man. We're the rhythm section, right?
Yeah.
And I always put it like this: we make the mattress for the rest of that band to fuck on.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And we can be
yeah.
a waterbed. We can be really loosey goosey, kind of like
oh, that's like
or we can be like an extra firm, like you know, like we can
Yeah.
be extra firm. We can be waterbed.
Yeah. No, playing the
Anywhere
kind
in
of
there.
music that we do, like Niles and I, like we have to be frogs ass tight with each other, like at all
Yeah,
times.
that's what I'm talking
Make
about.
sure that our fucking two guitar players don't get a wild hair up their asses.
And there's a
play it,
sync
like-
there, because if you guys start tearing off as guitar players, how do I bring you back?
Yep.
How do I like send out the bat flare to be like, hey, you are just fucking flying super fast over here?
oh,
How do I
I
get you back?
just give those guys a really funky look. I'm like,
What?
He
What?
just looks at me and I kick him. And he's
Yeah.
fine.
I have a foot stomp. And
And
if my foot stomp is obviously slower than the music that's going on, you need to slow the fuck down,
no, that makes sense.
right? Or if I'm like rabbit leg over here,
Thumper.
you need to get back on my page, man.
We're on that
Yeah.
click, so as long as
Your
Niles is
heroin
on,
kicking in, we
we're
go.
on. So
Yeah, the way
Gotcha.
that works is we usually have a DAW, audio workstation set up on a laptop.
Oh, so you guys are getting in ears.
Yes.
And and
Boom, boom, boom.
these guys are all
Yeah.
wireless. I'm obviously stationary as a drummer.
Yeah.
So I don't really go as far as going wireless yet, but
So you're on headphones.
yeah, and I have the laptop next to me, so essentially we have it preset up. I hit spacebar, we roll the show that handles samples through an interface to out to front of house,
Yeah. So
And-
is your show one track?
it,
One track, like
it is.
run it
Yes.
start to
a
finish.
series
and
of 5 tracks that go start to
Yeah,
finish.
yeah, we can
Okay,
stop
okay.
it whenever we want. So if we need
Gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
to do something.
All right.
else.
So I got to clue in Austin here a little bit. Okay, he's
Has no fucking idea.
he's not he's not
I'm
clued in
your,
what we're
I
talking
will
about.
tell you that
extension,
I
some
am
of
your
our
audience. I'm your audience.
That's right. So what we're
I
talking about
represent,
is
and
a
I'm
little
a pretty
bit.
smart of your audience.
It's a
Believe it
little
or
bit
not,
about.
Don't take shots at me.
It's a
But
little
believe
bit
it or
about
not,
what we were talking about.
I'm
with-
your most intelligent audience. Like, explain it to me.
It's what we were talking about with revisionist. About
Yeah, the in-ear
monitor,
monitor. So I did
right?
remember that.
So what they're saying is they got set click tracks. That's the metronome. It goes 1, 2, 3. You know.
So are you
and
hearing
here's
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You probably
him
I'm
and him are
hearing it
hearing it.
You're probably hearing that.
and Adam.
And
These
what else
guys
are you
probably
hearing?
dial that
Are you
out.
hearing that and other things? Can you still hear like the
we do have
what's
like,
going
okay,
on
so-
in the
so-
set with your
Yeah.
band members?
It's all
too?
there, yeah.
Okay, so-
How do you compartmentalize that?
Okay, so I look like this. So you know how like you have
Big
your
brain.
headphones in and you're
Fuck,
kind of
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's done it. Like you sung along to the songs in your car, right? Like you've been in your car
Right.
fucking jamming. It's like no. Fuck
Well, yeah, that's all. Also, can handle that part.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's like karaoke.
Ish though,
That's
we're not
your
playing.
shit.
Yeah, but
So-
you're saying the same thing. We're not in our car playing a fucking instrument.
Well,
Me,
No,
but they also have Dan
So,
talking in
so,
their ears.
so the big difference is I'm not holding a fucking bass at that time.
Right.
So you guys are like listening to this shit, playing the drums, listening to that, trying to hear the fucking. I mean, it's pretty goddamn impressive.
And putting on a fucking whole ass show.
Yeah,
There's-
it's pretty
yeah.
impressive, and I think
Yeah.
So-
as much of us as we are appreciative of your talents of being able to play an instrument, we are not as aware of what goes into making a live show work, and for you guys to be able to play the shows.
So you said something about Dan talking in your ear?
Yeah, so they have
Like
Dan in
he
their
talk in your
ears.
ear, but you don't hear him out here.
You don't hear him out
in
there.
the
So
mix.
like
He
it's
talks in
all
your ear.
it's all
Recorded.
pre-recorded. So it's like
Okay.
telling him, "Hey, the song starts in 8 seconds. Get ready."
Okay.
okay.
and then it'll be like
If
4
there's
seconds will pass and be like, and then it'll be like
Who quarterbacks
4,
that shit?
3, 2,
Right.
and then the song.
what do you mean like
Bet- bet-
Who's,
Okay,
who's,
I love
who's
this. I
running
love
that
this.
on time? Who's trying to keep that?
So yeah, it's like an
you
order
do.
of
That kiddo.
operations, and it all starts with me giving that count in. I'm usually what Dan has set in place is like for example, an 8 count, and I'm going off of 4 of those because that gives me buffer time. I hear that 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever the BPM is,
and that click's going so
And
that
then- and then I
can lock into that.
either do ride, hi-hat, both the crashes, whatever the song is about to drop into, and we just get it ready. And these guys know that when they hear that, either that China cymbal, or the
Trying to symbol for
four-
breakdowns. And
Yep. They
And hi-hat
know
for
the
everything.
cues. It really kind of just ties in with the whole drummer and bassist thing, is because Kyle knows exactly what's gonna happen. I know exactly what's gonna happen.
You just said it. China means this. So,
Yeah.
like
I love that symmetry.
you know,
that
like,
you guys
like you're
have.
able to
We're
cue him off of just how you play him.
Yeah.
And that takes a while to get.
Second
you know.
language.
Like,
See,
Yeah.
that's a lot of the stuff that we don't see, and that's I
Yeah.
love to get that out of you guys because our audience loves
a
that
lot
shit.
of
So-
a lot of like the older generation like views it as cheating, but like with
Cheating.
the kind of stuff that
They're
we play,
cheating.
the kind of shit that we play with like the backtracks and samples and all that, the show would sound like shit if we didn't have that.
There's no cheating.
Yeah.
Cheating is. Well, I don't get what you say by
Like-
cheating. Can you elaborate what you mean by cheating?
So by cheating, they're like, oh, well, you're not actually playing this part live, right? So let's take bands like Metallica, for instance. They have songs where they have an entire fucking orchestra.
Literally.
Exactly.
You're not taking
You're not
an
traveling with
80-piece orchestra
Every fucking way
with
you
you on
go.
the goddamn.
Uh-huh.
car.
100%.
Let's
Like-
say 80-piece orchestra, $50 a night.
Yeah.
Can you afford it?
Fuck no.
No.
My head just hurt.
Metallica can't afford it.
I
They
can't-
make tons of money.
Yeah.
I can't buy those people
That's
waters to
crazy.
drink. let
So
alone
it's-
trying to pay for those.
it's
You know, like you
easier
gotta
to
feed
just-
them motherfuckers too.
Yeah.
It ain't just the cost of getting them there.
It's easier to just have everything.
Yeah,
on
like
lockdown.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
You think it's just like we'll pay you to play the song? No, I gotta feed these motherfuckers and
So
lodge them.
there's just an older mentality that views that as not right, which is
No.
bullshit.
There is no not right in the music scene today.
Yeah. Like
That's
we're,
not a thing.
we're up there.
Right.
We're physically playing every guitar part, every drum part. Like he's screaming, his fucking lungs out. There's no vocals on backtrack or anything. Like it's all real. It's
I'm gonna
just
put this
there's
out
just
to you.
extra stuff that we can't physically do ourselves.
I'm going to put this out to you. If that was pre-organized and tracked out, that would still be valid to me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's still valid. Like
Any
however you
keyboard
guys
part-
construct your craft.
any
to
keyboard part,
present
we
it
literally
live and make this
played
work.
that. Like
That's all
someone
good.
had a keyboard, we played it, we recorded it, and it just exists in our song now.
Are you guys familiar with the floozies?
No,
I
heard of
am.
them.
sounds like
Floozies.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So the
I know
floozies is one of the biggest.
I've actually seen them live. And they were at a
Like-
festival I was at.
Yeah. They do kind of live
They're cool. I guess.
EDM kind of stuff. I
Yeah,
guess.
like
You know,
it's a,
to a
sh-
point,
it's a
to a
yeah.
point.
It's I mean like it's
So my friend from
Is what
like
it is.
a long time ago, like 14 years old, hanging out with this dude in Winfield, Kansas. He is now their traveling sound technician with the floozies. And
These Winfield people.
and
I
he's
swear.
sitting here telling me about how they do their thing. There's two guys, man. There's a guitar player and a drummer. That's it. All right. And so he has a bunch of stuff pre-programmed on his board. So he's gonna go hit this,
Now I'm unsecure.
and the drummer has to hit it, you know. And so he has a 57 over here past his mic that he's talking about. It's over here. So he's talking over here, and then he goes, all right, dude, we're going to go to that rock beat number 3, you know? And the guy goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're in.
Yeah.
But, like, he has a 57 over here that he just talks to his drummer through. Nobody ever hears that. He goes, we're about to bounce over there. Cool with that? All right, cool. All right, bounce it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beat change. He just hit it on his pedals. He's ready to go. You know, so there are two guys doing this like live EDM shit based on that.
I don't know how you guys keep any of that shit straight.
Man, I'm saying that's a good
Practice.
way. Yeah.
Well,
It's all practice. And there's no right way. There's no right way. It's just the way that we're going to go
And
about
practice is funny, but like as the dum dum who doesn't play instruments, and I hear, as I am around the music industry all the time with our show, I hear like, we got rehearsal to go do. Oh, no shit. That's how you make all this shit work.
Right.
You guys sit here and make that rehearsal work.
You know, people only see the
They
half
don't.
hour, 45 minutes you're on stage. They don't see
These
the
motherfuckers work hard, guys.
1,000 hours.
They're not. I'm not gonna lie. All of these
Yeah.
bands that I come in
And you want to
contact
pay me
with,
$200 for what?
Yeah.
shit. If you're lucky,
Yeah, I was like $200. Oh, shoot.
shit, he's like, hey, I saw him perk up. He's like, where can I get that?
$200? Excuse me.
Hey, this is one thing that I like to clarify with artists a lot. When I tell you did a great job, you like great work.
Taxidermy.
I'm not talking about
Taxidermy, bad
the
taxidermy.
performance. Yeah, I'm not
Sorry,
talking about
don't
the
finish.
performance. I know the work it took to get that performance, and that's what I'm complimenting. Great fucking work. I see
It's
the work
hard,
you
man.
put into that.
It's hard to do.
So have you
And no
guys
one
had?
appreciates
Have
it.
you guys had? So you guys kind of came together. We kind of veered off track like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's how this goes. So you guys have you guys pretty much had the same lineup since 2019?
Close.
Ish.
Close. I think we've Niles
So-
Niles came into play about.
So we were listening to your music on the way in, and I've been listening to it all week. Have you been the singer on all the tracks I've been listening to? And you've been in the band the whole entire time?
Yes. So him and I are the only two original members.
So
So
you
we're
got tenure.
We're the founding members of the band.
Okay, great.
And then our old drummer, we just call him Drummer Dan or Danger Dan.
Danger, danger.
He quit shortly before we went in to record our EP. Just because 25-year-old him loved the idea of doing this full time, but 30-year-old him, he didn't. So
Well, I mean, I'm.
There's a lot to that, man. Yeah,
there is, yeah. I mean,
But
he's
you can
got-
do both if you give a shit. Like,
Well,
you
he's
show up.
it's not
he's
even
in
that.
school
It's
full
if
time.
you
Full
give
time.
a
He's
shit.
working at
that's
Cessna.
tough.
Like he like had a life outside of what we were doing, and it was just
Right.
kind of like a hobby to him at first, and then shit got real serious real quick.
I think that's the first conversation I try to have with my bands.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
how,
it's
in,
like- it's-
how in are you?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that
You know,
that's
it's like,
how the
okay,
interview
so
process went with him. and-
I'm pretty ride or die.
guitar
I've
players.
only played music for the last 10
Well,
years
most people
of my
have to have a
life,
day
you know,
job.
so
I get
like-
it, but like, how in are you? Kind of is a.
yeah.
We have the same conversation with our people that work on this show.
It's
Like,
it's a
how in
second
are you?
full time job.
Yeah,
This feels like a band.
it is. Like, I mean, how in are you? Because like
A band is a band. It's a creative project. Is what
Right.
it's
It's-
up.
Right.
what the
And
thing
I
is,
rely on my team to get
we
this
always
done.
let everybody
Right.
do their own thing, and yes, your family and your kids and all those things come first. But if we have a great opportunity for our project, can you like
Can you make my
things
time?
happen?
Can you make time?
Can you make
happen?
things happen? You know what I mean? Like
You don't want to build it up just for it to crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like so
every-
if we got a good opportunity to play a show, or we got a good opportunity to be a part of this, can you know?
And I'm telling you,
sometimes set
like-
your life aside for this project.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, okay, this is the first time that we've been invited to the Sedgwick County Zoo to do a live podcast,
I'm trying to get a Zoom
and
next year.
and
Zoom
you
leaves it
got
with me, by
you
the way,
got a
motherfucker.
dinner with your girlfriend,
right?
right?
That don't mean
You
shit to
gonna
me.
fuck me off for a dinner for your girlfriend?
We'll see. Now, if
Because
we're
I'm
in
sitting
those
here
moments,
with
we can find somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
right. You're 100% right.
everybody has a different feeling. I just said that, but everybody has a different feeling.
You guys,
about
I'm
what
sure,
that
deal
is,
with those
you
kind
know?
of band members.
Everyone in this band, like when I asked them to join, we had the conversation. If we were to get some miracle signed tomorrow and we had to go on tour, like, are you willing to drop your shit and go?
Yeah, can you make it happen?
Yeah, like, and
What's our chemistry?
yeah.
How in are you?
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're back
Yeah.
to the same question when you start a project. Like, how in are you, man? Like, how in are you?
Yeah.
I mean, when you say balls deep, I expect
You're hoping.
balls
You're
deep.
getting the tip, the shaft.
And
When
the
you,
box.
yeah, when you do a project,
Just
you're
have
hoping that we all have our side hustles, we all have our ways of making money, but you're hoping that your dream, your band, your podcast, your fucking food truck, whatever the fuck it is, takes off, and you can like kick your fucking your day job to the curb.
Yeah.
That's what we're all
That's
hoping
what
for,
it's
right? That's what
I
we're all
don't-
dreaming
yeah,
for as artists,
I
right?
don't want to run a fucking machine all day.
Yeah,
Rest of my
like
life,
me
man.
too.
No.
Like I get it.
Sucks.
Like that's what we're hoping for, and that's I feel like that's the kind of like come to Jesus shit you need to have with your bands.
I feel like we try to create that for ourselves. You know, we try to be, yep, I'm going to play music. If I can make this happen for us, for the way we're going to do it, yeah, that's what I want. But that's really hard to get done. You understand that?
Hella
Like,
hard. That's why we all
hell-
have day jobs,
Yeah.
right?
Got to pay the bill somehow.
Right? Like I mean, we all have. You guys have an awesome band. We have a fun podcast, but we all still are fucking got day jobs. You know what I mean?
You still got to kill bugs.
Yeah, right. Killing motherfuckers. PK Pest.
Nice
Self
plug.
promotion, bitches.
Good plug. Good plug.
So you guys got Pimp the new shit coming out.
Hand to God, how are we going to find this?
Yeah, how are we gonna find all this shit?
all major platforms really.
Every-
YouTube,
What's the best one? Pimp the best one first.
Spotify.
yeah.
You think Spotify pay you the most?
Well, whatever you get the most
Okay,
traction on is your favorite.
Why is it the best?
It's
For them, it's whoever you
because
get the
a more
more-
common platform.
You're
It's
right.
It's a free
You're right.
platform.
Like,
Because
Technically, Apple pays the best because people have to buy your song.
They do. They do. By
Yeah.
per,
So you
and you
need
get
to
money
pimp
per
Apple.
download too.
you
After
got
that.
Yeah.
Music. That shit's like
Apple Music coming out on Apple Music.
It's like $10 a fucking
And
month.
Nobody,
various
nobody
sources.
fucking uses Apple Music.
I do.
And,
You do?
you
Oh,
know,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, that guy too. Man, there's two in here.
I love Apple Music.
Well, I better see some new.
And I pay for it. And I pay for it. My podcast isn't even on Apple right now.
That's a hard one to get on.
Dude, I'm just gonna take a hard look at my production people.
Dude,
We'll do something.
Apple seems to make it hard. to
Fucking
get
dude.
there.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm
Like,
just saying.
Our shit's even on fucking Napster and fucking Deezer.
I listen.
Napster?
Honestly, I
Is that
listen.
still a thing?
Yeah.
We're on like 15 fucking platforms. YouTube and Spotify are our two favorite ones. Check us out, like and subscribe, motherfuckers. But blah blah. But for the most part, I listen to everything on Apple. I mean, if you have an Apple device, like their shit is the best. It honestly really is. I pay for Apple Music for $10 a month. Me and my daughter get to use it, and it's real easy for me to search like the newest music that comes out because Apple is a really easy platform to use for the newest content. And that's what I'm usually pushing for.
That's
Those
awesome.
content that comes
So
out.
that's our /glass on every platform because we're
Yeah, if you do Hourglass, which I fucked up earlier this week, you get the 70s band.
yeah you do.
So put the slash in there.
And then it quickly goes to Allman's Brothers band.
Yeah, so is it the backslash or the forward slash?
A way different.
I don't know which one's on the shirt.
Right?
Hold
The
on.
first one. It's the first one on your
The
keypad.
I'm pretty sure it's the backslash. Or
Yeah, whatever it is. It's
One of those two.
Hour/glass. So it's not the
edgy.
We're dumb. It was a mistake.
well, I mean
We're different at least.
Yeah, we're different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's unique. Yeah. And there is meaning behind it too.
so tell us the
like,
meaning. Don't just
So
There we go. Don't roll your eyes.
The meaning behind it. So you
Adam
take
says
an
Oh
hour.
yeah, I saw it. I saw his
so-
glasses even fell down further from his forehead.
So you you just look at an hourglass. So you have the top part of the hourglass. You have the bottom part of the hourglass. Top part represents your future. The bottom part represents your past. The middle part is the here and now. So the slash in our name is supposed to represent the middle of an hourglass, the right here, right now, the things that are important.
I, as it is explained, I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a good meaning. That you had something behind it, and that your logo is always like legible helps for me.
Yeah.
for the most part.
If I can't read your band's logo, I'm like
Oh, look, a
48%
thornbush.
chance,
Yeah,
like less
What-
likely to
can
listen.
you
I love that band.
give us the real
I love
give us the real
Thornbush.
joke.
Yeah, we
No,
lost the idea of a metal, like a death metal logo.
Oh,
Aaron,
Yeah.
give us the real joke, not the Thornbush. What's the funnier one? What you,
I don't know.
you know
Give me
you
the
said
funnier one?
no, yeah, you said your one logo is a Thornbush, the other one is the Rorschach test.
Oh, the Rorschach.
So he's like, because you see some bills where you can't understand anything that they're showing you.
Hey, but if the Rorschach test gets you, like.
I just want to
If
be able
you
to read
go,
your name
"Oh,
logo.
man,
Yeah.
You make a
I
fucking
hate my
flyer.
father.
Let me see what
I
it
should go to this
says.
show.
Yeah, like it's really hard when you see a flyer and you can't read a single band's name.
And
you
I'm
don't
not
know what you're gonna go see.
Thornbush, Rorschach.
Well, you kind of
test.
do know what you're going to go see if
Well,
you're not a
yeah.
moron.
You get it. You understand what's
Like
about
this is
to
going to
happen.
be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Like if I can't read, but I will say to you as a somebody that deals in promotion, and that is going to love to promote Hourglass, and is going to love to promote Revisionist or Nick Gibbs or anybody that comes on this show, it is a hell of a lot fucking easier if we can see what your logo says. Like, so make sure is creative.
You guys
and
have
cool.
a good one. You have
Yeah.
that Black Widow kind of hourglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a cool vibe going.
Yeah,
And you guys,
I like it.
And
Yeah.
it's
I dig what you're
/
doing.
I see it
the
on their
only
Facebook
obstacle
page.
is make sure when you're searching their stuff on social media and any music platform,
Put the slash.
put the slash in,
Forward
because
slash.
you don't even have to put the forward slash, but you will have to scroll down a little bit to find not the 70s Hourglass
A
band.
lot of the times, like on Spotify, it brings up like Lamb of God tracks.
Yes, it does. It will.
Really?
It will.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have a song called Hourglass.
Yeah.
it does. It actually did. Honestly, because I've been.
Good company.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, honestly, I've been. I
Love-
always
I love that.
pre-gaming for your episode was listening to a lot of your tracks, and 100% did bring up a ton of Lamb of God stuff. Yeah, I mean, I even listened to a little bit of the 70s band on accident first when you guys were first messaging me, and I was like, this can't be them. I was like, this ain't.
It's like,
I was like, this.
look at this fucking guy.
I was
There's no
like,
way.
I was like, this is not it. This kid. This
Although,
kid.
if somebody's doing some 70s sounding music and it sounds like it was recorded in the 70s and it's young kids doing it now, fucking bet, dude. I'd be in for that too.
That's pretty rad.
That would be cool.
We kept John's mic on this episode, huh?
We did.
For at least one more episode, John will be mic'd.
I don't know. I'm
Bad
enjoying the voice
taxidermy.
of God in my ears.
I know.
Yeah, are you guys digging it?
Nice.
We're gonna eventually. I eventually would like to cut together from the beginning to the end, because a lot of people.
We always gave him that leeway.
Yeah,
and-
I don't
and
know
people-
who gave him a mic. I never would have, but he's producing the show.
I don't think we ever agreed on it.
No, I don't think we ever
It's
did
just
at all.
there.
He's producing. He's running sound. He can do it.
Yeah, right.
Well, see, if you're
A
running
little bit of
sound, you
that.
gotta get a little bit.
A little
of
bit of that is what happened. You give a man an inch, he takes a mile. No.
You're a video guy.
Can we stop? Can we stop? We will put.
Give
Can you
him
come in? Come on, Owen.
Give
Come
him
in.
a give him a
Come here.
laptop.
Right here, real quick.
Come here,
real
big
quick.
guy.
Hey,
Give him a laptop and he can be your
hey,
like Joe Rogan.
Owen,
Joe
hey,
Rogan.
Slim Crib Productions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you-
yeah.
if-
That's
hey,
the dude.
we are
If
working
you need a
on.
music video done, this guy.
I'm
does
not
good-
gonna lie to you.
good
This
work.
guy does
Yeah.
great work. Hey, one more time. One more time. Come on in. This
Slim Kid
we're gonna be
Productions.
producing podcasts coming up. We've got a few in the works here at the studio. This is our videographer. He is very easy to work with and a very great gentleman. Get the fuck out of here, though.
My God.
Okay, bye.
Hogging that screen.
Hogging that. So he's a lot easier to deal with than our other videographer who doesn't.
Don't.
Hey.
But
anyway,
how
so-
can we find you guys?
We need to know, first and foremost, we need to know how can we find all your stuff, all your music, and all you on social media, and then pimp all of where we can find your merch, where you're playing soon. I mean, give us the whole fucking shit.
Hashtags.
Hashtag everything. We're gonna tag this all in our shit.
Hourglass ICT on Facebook and
Twitter.
we don't use our Twitter. Twitter's fucking stupid.
Well,
It's on there. It's on
it
there.
exists.
It's on there.
If you
Fuck
want
it.
to, if you want to,
Hey, let's try to make it trending. Fuck it.
if
Nobody
if you
uses
want to
Twitter.
follow it, go for it, man. I might not post anything.
tried
but-
Yeah, but we might if tomorrow if we can blow it up.
We tried to do the TikTok thing. The TikTok thing was it's just too much.
That's
Him
our
and-
next. That's our next move.
Him and I
too
have
much
an
dancing.
individual
Yeah.
Well, we're
TikTok
actually gonna make our young blood do it, but he's
But we do-
like he's eventually gonna do our fucking
individual
TikTok
stuff
for us.
we
But
do.
look at him, we can't get barely,
Hourglass
get him on camera.
ICT on Instagram.
And the best place to find your music for your band is Spotify.
Spot it honestly anywhere because like anything that
YouTube too as well?
Yeah, YouTube
Mainly,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
whatever we
it's
put
nice
out
to have subscribes. And likes
same
on
day
YouTube,
every
for sure.
platform it's out.
Okay.
like everywhere. So even if you're listening in France for whatever reason, we're on fucking Deezer.
Well, there we
Figure it
go.
out.
Well, there we go.
Like we got it all.
So do you guys have a website too as well?
Not yet. Working on it.
We're working on that too as well, so don't bring it up again.
Yeah, we're
You brought it up.
we're
Jesus.
Well, it didn't go well for me.
Brought it up.
So, well, if it didn't go well for either one of us, now we have to make jokes. That's how this works.
Yeah, we're just kind of strictly DIY. Like we kind of just do everything on our own.
So do we. We thought about, we had somewhat of a fucking
Guys,
website
that
together.
is where we are in Wichita's world, okay? Wichita doesn't have solid promotional angles.
That's why we
okay?
help each other
They
with
just
the
don't.
platforms like this.
We have to create them, and we have to kind of invent them sometimes.
We're doing it right now.
We shoot.
We're fucking
maybe
doing it right
we
now.
miss, but we shoot.
This is what
At
we're
least
doing
we
right now.
should, you know?
That's why I appreciate you guys coming on, fucking making cutting out a Tuesday evening to be a part of this. And anybody else or anybody that you guys know, I mean, somebody, and we're also reach out to the fans. Like, you guys know somebody that we want to put on, let us know. Like, we reach out, we do Tuesday nights where this platform is for the city more than it is for us. That's why we love having local bands on like this that are fucking doing big things, that are having fun, that have got a new album new song coming out.
Get Galdar on, man. I'm pretty sure they're working on dropping an album soon. They just released a new single.
Let's do it.
Let's do
pretty
it.
good.
I'm in.
Say it
I'm
again.
in.
Say it again.
Dudes, Galdrar.
Who do we need to get in touch with?
Tracy Holder.
Tracy
Yeah.
Holder's
He's the guitar player.
guitar, the main one.
Yes.
You get with bridge that gap for me. Send him
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, for sure.
Send him to me.
Can we
I think
talk
we're
to
already
bass
friends.
player drummers? I'd rather do that. If we can talk to bass player drummer, rhythm section guys, that's my people, man.
So
That's my
can I
people,
ask one
man.
question before you guys go? And before we get towards the end of this, who has been the driving force behind the lyrics of this?
Dan and I mostly.
Dan and I.
Adam has a lot of influence on
I always care about the lyrics
earlier
because it's
stuff.
just my talking shit. I
So
care.
usually, like when we write anything, the first question that I ask myself is, what emotions am I trying to invoke? Most of the time, it's rage. But
Is it a release kind of?
yeah, there is. So like a lot of our songs are about depression and thoughts of suicide and some addiction, because like Adam and I have both had our problems in our past.
So we're running headfirst into those demons instead of running away from them.
Yeah, exactly. One of our songs, Sleepwalker, the line in the chorus is my demons never leave me alone. Please don't sit and stare while I waste away. That song was about literally losing your life to your addictions and the pain that causes, and that no one around is like willing to help you.
Did you have a life experience that drew that out of you?
I did.
No,
that you
that's,
wanna-
that's a super standard.
Before we go too deep, we don't have to like get into a super deep.
There
one.
was
Do you
I
have to-
I had
I
some
feel like there was something behind that.
I
so.
had some issues with pills for
You ain't the only one, brother.
a while.
You ain't the only one.
Adam had his own issues with other stuff he wants to talk about. That's on him.
I'm an addict. I mean, that,
I mean,
I mean, we all are.
yeah, so-
Believe it or
yeah,
not,
just like, that's all.
Yeah.
believe it or not, every
We're
human
all
being
addicts.
is.
Yeah.
Every
We're all
human being
addicts
is.
like
That's the.
like I try not to drink anymore because I like was struggled with alcoholism for a long time. So, like I'll have like a couple drinks here and there, but my girlfriend, God bless her, she keeps me straight now. So, yeah. Man.
And we always like to preach that on this show. Like, everybody's got demons they're struggling with.
Yeah.
Everybody's got addictive tendencies. I don't care if your addictive tendency is the gym or reading too much, or believe it or not, everybody's got shit they're dealing with, whether it's toxic or not. So addictive personalities are everyone. So there ain't no reason to be ashamed of that ever. Because
So
I'm still
deep.
gonna-
Let's go talk to. Let's start talking about fucking over keyboard players again.
So the biggest problem is Hourglass is looking for a keyboard player.
Preferably of the Westboro Baptist variety.
They're looking
Love
for
that shirt.
the best left-handed keyboard player in the world.
Kill your left hand.
All right, so at the very end of this, let's give us all your Facebook stuff, all your everything.
Yeah, so-
and we got this, and we got a single coming out, "Hand to God," October 28th.
Yep.
So let's pimp the shit out of that.
Yep. So just Hour/Glass on Spotify, Apple, all that shit.
And when's the next time you guys are playing live?
October 28th in Salina at the Muse Ballroom.
Oh, all right.
It's for a festival, like a Halloween bash.
Yeah, Halloween bash. And
There's
then
like 10 bands on
big
it.
bill.
Big.
Okay, well, great. Get with that. We'll even try to post that bill when this show comes out.
And then immediately following that, we have on November 1st, we're opening for Cane Hill.
Where's that at?
Temple Live.
At Temple Life here in town?
Yeah.
Temple Live here in
Nice.
town. We still have a couple tickets left. We're almost out.
4 left.
We have-
4 left, that's it.
So
The show's almost sold out.
if you,
Are you guys in the big room?
we're in the little.
Or in the annex?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how many tickets total are left, but what we have on hand.
And that is November 11th?
November 1st.
November 1st. With who?
With-
Say it again. Say it 500 times.
Cane Hill.
If my dumbass can't remember it after you just told me, say it for everyone.
It's Cane Hill, Parthian, and then us. I'm not sure if Revisionist is still on that bill or not. I won't speak for them. I don't know. But yeah, they're
Possibly another podcast guest
The
on that
show had moved. And
Yeah, it's-
Yeah,
Oh,
it got
Kind
pushed
of
back
threw a
by like
wrench
2
in
months.
everybody's
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, I know. Shit happens.
It was rough,
But you guys are still in.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
You guys' wrench didn't hit too hard. You
fuck
dodged a
no.
wrench?
Oh no,
If you can dodge a wrench,
I mean,
you
we
can dodge a dodge.
We've dodged a few inches, trust me.
So, anything after that? Any other shows?
Then
I
we
mean,
have-
run this fucking list
We
down,
have
guys.
the one here, November 12th.
So, November 12th at Muse Meridian.
The Muse
Guys,
Meridian.
So let's
all
pimp-
ages. There's not a lot
All
of all
ages.
ages shows.
But pimp the shit out of that show. What are we paying to get into
Come
that
on,
one?
man.
Yeah, pull the
$10.
fucking phone out.
21st as well, right?
Yeah, give us all the
we
shows.
we have so many.
Give us all. Yeah, that's because you guys are good goddamn musicians. That's
These
why you have
tickets are
shows.
usually $7,500, but we're
And
gonna
10
make you a break.
$10.
We're gonna break it off.
We're gonna break them down to 10.
November
Holy
21st
shit! What savings?
November 21st.
with Archers. They're from.
Where's
where
this
they
at?
from?
I don't remember where they're from, but they're pretty big.
Let's say it twice.
Liverpool,
Where's this at?
England.
Archers at Barleycorns. We're
At
with
Barleycorns.
Atria.
Say the date again too. I mean, dude, repetition is a fucking thing to do.
November 21st.
November 21st
Archer.
over and over again.
Well,
Archer.
November 21st.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
John
Hourglass.
Then December 3rd, we're
Damn, they got
playing
good shows coming.
Yeah.
You guys got shows.
with
Kudos.
Soothsayer from Texas.
And where you guys at on that one?
That one is actually going to be at Barcode, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice.
Here?
Yeah, here in Wichita.
Barcode LLC.
I'd never fucking heard of that. So
That's
That is where the
new
Irish
album used to be.
oh, okay,
Just talked
sorry.
about that earlier.
Dude, don't mean I fucking remembered.
And then
Shit, god damn.
December 10th, where the Muse Ballroom
It's
in
called
Salina
Barcode?
again,
yeah.
The old Elbow Room is called Barcode.
doing a charity concert with Reform and Ruin. They do their children's toy drive every December.
Let's revamp that. Say that. Let's do that twice.
That's
Say that same show again.
December 10th, Merry Mayhem Festival, Muse Ballroom, Salina, Kansas, with Reform and Ruin, Imagine, and several other bands. I don't feel like looking up the flyer right now.
That's fine.
There- there-
But
yeah,
that sounds like a
it's
great.
really
That sounds
awesome.
like a great show to get behind.
It's a great
That's
cause.
a that's a great cause.
We
Let's-
did it. We did it
That's
last
why I
year
wanted to hear
also.
that one
Are
twice.
you gonna have to play the drum
Keyboard?
set?
No, he's gonna actually learn to play the keyboard.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
Are
just
you
gonna.
gonna have to play their drum set?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we're
I mean,
gonna.
what if-
we'll put
what
the
if-
drums on backtrack, and we'll get him to play. the
Yeah, and
keyboard.
then I just play keyboard in the foreground. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
perfect.
sounds like perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
do
been.
hate when I have to
And we
play
have
their drum
we
set.
have one more.
Say them all, dude. Any show you got, let's put
January
them all out.
21st. This one's actually not even announced yet.
We're announcing now, I guess.
We're announcing
And
it.
you're getting also
right
you're
here,
getting a
right
show
now.
announcement and a song announcement when this drops. There is announcements from Hourglass coming like a motherfucker. They bring merch. They got announcements. Step your game up, guest to the Austin. The Aaron and Austin show guest bar has been set very high today. Very high.
Been good.
So
Lay it
You
on
guys
us.
have been awesome.
January 21st at Barleycorns. It's
Yeah.
us headlining with support from Esper Winds from Junction City. Really
Count it.
cool rock band. I love those guys. They're really cool. Synapse, which is
yeah.
going to be one of their
They're my
first
band,
shows
my favorite
back
band.
since
Yeah.
they got the new vocalist,
Yep.
which
Nice.
is awesome. And a newer local band called Season Adrift. I like them. They have 2 Filipinos and a Canadian.
No, Season of
That's
Drift
a-
is
that's a-
badass. They've been
yeah.
coming out to my open mic.
Yeah, they're
a little
cool.
bit.
I like them a lot.
They've been great. They're awesome.
Shout out Mike.
And I will tell you, if you want to get on your shit, get with Kyle. He is not fucking around.
All right. And I want to say that we are at the end of our podcast. John, play the fucking.
The last time you're gonna hear it, because
Play the
apparently
thing.
we're getting some new shit.
No, let's count them down. Let's count them down. This
Got 5, 6, 7, 8.
4,
5, 6, 7, 8, bitch. I wanna fucking produce this shit.
Sympathy, sympathy, sympathy.